All right, so let's get to the stories that have been buzzing this week. It's time for the trending topics.
Right, so first up, popular dancehall entertainer Popcorn, whose given name is Andre Sutherland, was this week fined a total of $10,000 after pleading guilty to breaches of the Road Traffic Act in the Yallah's Traffic Court in St. Thomas. The entertainer was fined $2,000 each for driving without insurance coverage and driving without a helmet, and $3,000 each for having no valid certificate of fitness and driving an unlicensed motorcycle. However, he was admonished and discharged on the charge of having no registration plate affixed. So, I think what persons were probably talking about was like, just $10,000? That was the first thing that, like, when
What
I
they felt
saw...
he should have
No,
been
when
charged
I
more?
saw it on social media, you know, I was going through the comments, and I think that's what persons were like, 10,000 Jamaican dollars for so many breaches, like,
Yeah.
you know, and they're saying, oh, maybe that's why the roads stay how it stay, you know, because them I said, sure.
No, but I feel like another
Sure.
point, though, that is that apparently he was traveling with an entourage of persons. He was on a motorcycle, and they were in their cars, and they didn't get
convoy,
fined.
yeah.
The convoy, they didn't get fined for
Yeah.
anything, and he was the
Yeah.
only one that got charged.
Yeah, and then
So-
it's like, oh, am I targeting you, or am I just saying, hey, because I know who
Because I know
you
who you
are.
are.
But then I think when I had read the story, there were two other persons who had some issue with the same
Right.
matter. But
Right.
at the same time, you know that because Popcorn is Popcorn, and, you know, he's a noticeable name and face.
Right.
You know, it's a person just going to say, oh, him get fined. You know, him
Yeah.
get charged kind of vibe. But I mean, I'm
Yeah.
happy that it's now behind him.
True.
And, you know, we just move on to the next. We just hope that nothing like this happens again.
And I think
you
it's a
know?
lesson for all of us young artists and all persons. Ensure that when you're on the road that you're adhering to all the codes, the safety codes,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
They're there for a
'cause I mean-
reason.
I
So
mean,
driving without insurance and all that kind of
yeah,
stuff,
you know
you
what
don't want to
you need
hear
to
that
do.
from a
Yeah,
popcorn. You know what I'm
what
saying?
you need to do,
Yeah.
just
Just
sort
do
out
what you do.
yourself.
Just as I said, like
sort out
be
yourself.
safe. Our roads needs the money. Just saying.
Just sort out
Yes,
yourself. But, you
same.
know, we're happy that it's behind you. We hope it don't happen again. You know what I mean?
We've
Yeah.
learned. So, yeah, also 14 of the 15 children taken from the Pathways International Kingdom Restoration Ministries are now in the care of their families. Now, one remains in state custody pending further investigations. According to the Child Protection and Family Service Agency, the CPFSA, the decision to place the children with family members was made on Wednesday at a sitting of the St. James Family Court. Now, the children were taken into state care after the deadly October 17 ritual. They attended that with their parents and their relatives. Now, the CPFSA Chief Executive Officer, Rosalie Gage Gray, says the agency's clinical psychologist will continue to offer therapeutic and psychological support. This is a really tricky one to get into because so much happened. It's such an overwhelming, when we were hearing about the story, it was so overwhelming for me.
This story.
I couldn't believe it. I was in shock that this was happening. You know, I'm glad that they intervened on behalf of the children. I'm glad that they're being looked after mentally. I don't know.
It makes you feel a little concerned, though, as to, you know, why the parents brought the children to that. Even though some probably would say that they didn't expect that to happen. Whatever it is, you know, as you said, we are just happy that they're getting some psychotherapeutic intervention.
Support?
Yeah, and that is needed, you know. There are persons who haven't had any form of traumatic experience like that who need
that as
therapy
well.
much more.
That's true.
You know,
That's
so
true.
I mean, I'm happy that they're getting some form of help and assistance with them, because it is something that you're going to have to overcome and you're going to have to deal with for the rest of your life. You know, a lot of persons don't take death well, much more with being
Something
in those
so planned.
circumstances, you know.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
But you know, Tali, I also hope that the parents as well are getting some kind of assistance. Because, you know, I'm not saying that this is the case, but definitely there is a case for brainwashing. It's a thing. And even to recover from that. You know, so the children are being encouraged to do certain things, as were the parents. I really hope they are also getting some kind of support.
Definitely.
Psychologically as well.
Definitely.
That's still a scary one for me, listening to it. Still a lot.
All right, moving right along, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is reporting that 100 care packages and 152 personal care items have been shipped to Cuba to benefit Jamaican medical students. The shipment departed Jamaica on October 28th and will arrive in Cuba it arrived in Cuba on Tuesday, November 2. Portfolio Minister Kamina Johnson-Smith, in a statement earlier this week, explained that despite detailed plans being made and implemented, there were delays that were outside the ministry's control. Now, with the shipment now in the country, she said the process now moves to clearing the items through customs in Cuba. Well, I mean, we have students over there, especially during this time. They need as much support and help that they can get. And, I'm happy that it did come through at this time. It might have been a little bit delayed but never denied. That's always my thing. When you think about being delayed, you're delayed, never denied.
That. Delayed but never denied.
I'm just happy that they have gotten some resources and they're in the process of just being taken care of, especially with the circumstances in Cuba.
I was just about to say.
It's a little bit, what you're used to here and how accessible certain stuff are here, it's not the same in Cuba. And whoever has visited Cuba, you would actually know that, So I'm happy that they're getting some form of assistance, to make things a little bit easier for them.
Yeah, Cuba does have such a great healthcare system.
Yeah.
So I can understand why persons are going over there to learn and to be a part of the system.
Yeah, and you know that just like how, for example, we have tourism here in Jamaica where you come to go to hotels and beaches and, visit the Bob Marley Museum and experience our culture and our entertainment. Persons go to Cuba for healthcare. Not even to learn, but to receive healthcare. And, I mean, they have even hospitals just for international persons, persons who will fly from all over the world, not only Jamaica, but I'm talking people in Europe and Africa, and they have hospitals there just for persons.
Dedicated to that.
Yeah, dedicated. I mean, they have their hospitals for their Cubans, but they also have and cater to persons who fly all over the world who seek this medical assistance from their native people.
So, I'm talking about first world countries as well, not just third world countries, like we said. So everybody.
So their medical facilities is a big thing for them, especially when it comes to tourism and just getting the dollar in, So I'm happy that we still have students over there.
Learning,
definitely.
Not missing too much of home. That's really good. I'm really excited about that. So another trending topic is that percussionist and musicologist Alvin Seco Patterson, a pioneer who is often hailed as one of the foundation members of Bob Marley and the Wailers, has died. Now, Patterson, who was admitted to the University Hospital of the West Indies 2 weeks ago, passed away on Monday at the age of 90. Now, Patterson's passing comes some 4 decades after Marley's. His strong bond with the reggae icon is well documented. Veteran singer Ken Booth expressed sorrow at Patterson's passing, stating that he has made a great contribution to the music business and must be remembered.
Indeed, indeed. What a year it has been, Iman, between last year and this year. I think that we have lost so many legends and heroes. It's just been a very difficult time, and boy, I don't even know where to start or where to end. But
the good thing is, I feel like what's come out of this year from all of us is just a sense of gratitude.
True.
A sense of gratitude for the things that we have, because now we really understand that old saying that says tomorrow is not promised to anybody. I think we really are now fully grasping exactly what that means.
Yeah, but I mean, we've been losing our legends like left, right, and center. Boy, I don't know, guys. Please just stay safe.
We keep saying.
Yeah. All right. Next topic. Demara Holmes, the daughter of prominent Jamaica-born Florida politician Dale Holmes, has pleaded guilty to a federal fraud charge involving COVID-19 relief funds. Federal prosecutors yesterday told a federal judge that the 28-year-old pleaded guilty to stealing $300,000 US from a federal government program designed to help small businesses that were hit hard by the COVID-19 pandemic. She was charged with 1 count of conspiring to commit wire fraud in August, and her guilty plea came 1 day after the Democratic Party primary for the 20th congressional seat, which saw her father locked in a tight race for the seat that takes in parts of Broward and Palm Beach counties. Now, Dale Holmes is currently the Broward County Commissioner. It's not a good look.
It's not a good look. Girl, I get that times are hard right now with COVID. I get it. We're all going through it right now, you know, with the pandemic and everything. But integrity is a must.
Yeah.
Character is a thing. It's really unfortunate. You know, because, you know, she's Jamaican, has such ties to us.
Boy,
I hate when we hear our
man.
name.
Once you
being-
hear Jamaica,
just,
yeah,
I'm just
man.
like, oh, God. Come no, man.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate, and boy, let's see what will come out of this. That's all I will